Okay, today we have a Super Shot 125 heated hose. Just going to go over some basic troubleshooting that you can do with your hose or wand not working correctly, what issues you may be having. Obviously, you got a couple sets of wires in here. You have these two red ones which will control your pump to get your product out. Your black and white wires will go to the thermostat. Tells it what temperature you're at, so it actually will turn on and off the wand once it's up to temperature. And you have your three heating element wires, which are in blue. What you're gonna want, you're gonna want a multimeter that tests for continuity. What I got here is you want to have it right here where it has these like little three sound bars. Will actually give you a tone when you have continuity. Continuity is just saying that you have current on one end of a wire to another end. Now, moving on to the hose here. These wires, I've seen them melted together where you'll actually get like half the hose heated, maybe not. The other half will stay cold, or the wand would stay cold, or maybe not quite as hot. That could be due to these wires melting from getting too hot and them actually crossing inside the hose. So what you want to do to test, if you're having a heating problem, typically be these three wires, even though they could melt in to your trigger as well, or mess up your temperature sensor. But as far as the temperature go, what you're going to want to take your blue wires for your heating element wires, and you're going to want to test. What I'll typically do is test at one end. Now you can do this inside your control box while it's still connected to your machine, because obviously you've already heated your machine. It's hot here. You just want to have access to your box, which will have these wires in it, and your end for your wand. I typically will test the blue wires to make sure that I don't have them melted together inside. Typically that'll be a lot of failures unless there's a break. So right here I have nothing in those. You can also test between the other wires to make sure your heating wire has not crossed into either of these wires, and you'll want to do that on all three. This one doesn't have that issue. Just to show you here, we'll test across those. Okay, so we're good there. Next thing what you'll want to do is you'll want to actually test these to see if you're getting it across your hose. Now you'll have 5 pins here, which will be these 3 blue wires and 2 red ones. The white and the black, they just go to a temperature sensor midway in the hose and turn on and off that heating element once it reaches temperature. So what I'll do is I'll take one blue wire, and then your blue wire is going to be, if you go with this slot here, it'll be one of these 3 top ones. Now, this hose, obviously I have a bad blue wire there. That'll be one of them, so that one's tested. Go ahead and bend that one out of your way. Go ahead and grab your next one. Go ahead and check those same 3. Now, if you don't want to check the 3, you can actually go down and just check all 5, make sure that it's not there as well. It's just totally your preference on that. That one does not have it as well. And let's check this last one, which I've tested all 3 of these, and it does not have. Oh, okay. So see, I actually have a break right here where it goes into my wand. So that's where that one's having the issue. Let's see. That one's good. Actually, I can go back and check these. So that may be where my break is. It was just getting moved too much by the guys. They're wrapping it up around the wand, not being careful. Which that's definitely a weak spot, but all we're doing is trying to test, make sure that we don't have continuity, which we don't. Now these bottom 2 one, like I said, that's going to be your trigger that's in your wand. It'll be one of these 2 bottoms if you have the slot indicated up. And issue there. So obviously my trigger as well is bad. If I go over here to this other one, we'll test it here, and I have good wire there. So obviously this wire here is broke as well. So there's multiple things going on in this hose. Real quick, I'll pull over a good one, show you how to test that really quick as well. Okay. Now, like I said, if I go ahead and go up with this indicator, this will be one of my blue wires here. So one of these top three will be heating element wires. So I'll go ahead and test my blues here, which that's one. Just make sure the other one's not going as well, which it's not crossed. So I'll hit the next blue wire, which I have there, and third blue wire, which is there. And you can check the other two and just make sure it's not crossed in there. And then your bottom two will be your reds, which there's a red there, and here. And you can go back to the other red, just make sure it's not crossed in there either as well. Like I said, your reds will typically be for testing whether your pump's kicking on and off. This hose is good. Like I said, your black and white wires, that's going to go to your temperature sensor, which is located up in here in your hose. If you guys have any comments or suggestions, please leave your comments in the section below, and I thank you.